What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show, where we give you the best advice in business and life. As always, thank you guys for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. You already know. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. Hey, I am not quitting YouTube. I was just saying in the video that I am stepping away from the comment section because the comment section muddies. So you guys don't get to see all the comments because I do have my page set up to where anybody that posts anything very negative and nasty, it just doesn't come through. YouTube blocks it. But I can see them to see if it needs to be blocked, things like that, to kind of verify if they do need to block it. And I sit there and I look at some of these things and I'm like, man, and none of them are like crazy about me physically or anything like that, but it's usually crazy about my mindset, my money advice, things like that, or just negativity. And so that stuff, it muddies up the message, because then when you get ready to record your videos, you have to navigate around that negativity. So it hinders me from being able to tell a proper story or give proper advice to the people that really want to be here. But I personally am not leaving YouTube. I'm just backing away from the comment section. So if you really need me, feel free to book a one-on-one, reach out to me on another platform, things of that nature. Feel free to find me somewhere else, and I will answer. I always answer. I had a man tell me yesterday, he said, it is unheard of for somebody at your level to do what you do, meaning it is unheard of for somebody like me to be out here speaking to everybody. And I don't think I'm anywhere, but I understand what he means is that, for me to be here commenting and responding to everybody in the messages. But without further ado, let me go on with the show. How to prepare for a divorce. How to prepare for a divorce. Woo! If you really, here's some little tips, fellas, mainly geared towards you. Women, I'm sure these are things that you will need to navigate yourself. But matter of fact, I'll throw some women stuff in here too. But I think you guys got enough information out there. There's not a lot for guys. So there's not a lot for the fellas. How to prepare for a divorce. And listen, this is if you're really going to get divorced. Some of you guys just be wanting attention. Some of you guys act like women. All right, some of y'all just want damn attention. Hoop, hollering and crying about your relationship and what's going on. And then you guys just fucking and fighting. If we're being honest, you run around just fucking and fighting, straight trailer park, bologna eating, just fucking and fighting. That's what y'all end up doing, man. And it's just... Anyways, good Lord. Good Lord. I'm going to give you a couple tips, what you can do to navigate these waters, because when it happens, it's messy. So if you think your relationship is ending, if you think that you might be headed down the road of divorce or even a major breakup, maybe you guys have been living together for a long time. Maybe you don't have any kids and you've just been living together and the relationship is ending. It's still the same steps. It's still a messy situation. It's never a good time to split up, to divorce, to change jobs, to change your life. It's never a good time. It's always a messy situation. But I'm going to give you a couple tips real fast that you guys can run through. You can do what you need to do. This is only though if you know the relationship is ending. Don't go doing these things if it's not ending. First and foremost, sell. Sell everything that you can that you no longer need. Get rid of it. While you're still together, when you know that the relationship is over and that you plan on getting divorced, when you get divorced, they're going to split the assets. Okay. And most likely they're going to make sure that she gets the majority of what is split. A lot of people think it's going to be a 50-50 and it's not. It's more like a 70-30. She gets 70, you get 30, a 75-25. It's really like that, guys. Even if you've done everything right, no cheating, no beating, no nothing. She just woke up one day and said, I'm not happy. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't like you. I fell in love with Craig at McDonald's. Pookie and Ray Ray's been clapping my cheeks behind the Family Dollar for the past year. And I don't want to be with you anymore. This shit happens. This shit happens. I came home one time. I was dating this girl. I came home to a guy hiding in my bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real shit. I came home to a man hiding in my bathroom. I realized there was a random car in the parking lot. We lived in an apartment complex, but everybody had been there a while. We had been there a while. There was a random ass car in the parking. I was like, it ain't my business. No big deal. I go to the apartment, man. The deadbolt was locked. You know, it's never really locked when I get home. No big deal. Wasn't too worried about it. Unlocked it, go on in. Everything seemed normal, but she had this weird look on her face. And instantly, my gut instinct, I said, who is here? Because I sat there and they put everything together. For those that don't know, I wasn't, but I was trained to be a private investigator in the state of California. I never worked in that field, but I did go to school to be a private investigator in the state of California. So I just have that eye. You know what I mean? I just have that type of eye. And I noticed everything. I put two and two together. Just something was off. I felt the feeling. I said, who's here? And then I heard the sink in the bathroom start up like it was just company. You know what I mean? But then there was a guy hiding in the bathroom. And there you go. So, hey, I've been there. I'm not knocking you. I've been through a whole bunch of shit in my life. And that's why I have very much so trust issues and things of that nature. So whenever you feel like you know the relationship is ending, when you feel as if everything is over, start selling everything you can. Sell the boat, sell the extra car, the motorcycle, start selling shit. Because what's going to happen is as you go through the divorce and they start to split assets and they start selling things off and getting rid of things, you're either going to be stuck with a big ass bill or you're going to be passing all these things. When you sell them, you're going to have to give her all the money. So it's best if you start getting rid of the stuff while you're legally together, because while you're legally married, there is nothing nobody can do. She's going to ask you things like, why are you selling your motorcycle? Well, I never ride it. We need the money. Or why are you selling the camper? We never use it 1 week out of the year. We need the money. We can just rent one. Why are you selling this? Why are you selling that? Why are you selling the boat? I never use it. It's too much to store. It's this, it's that. We can just rent one. We need the money. Start letting these things go. We need the money. We're just trying to get rid of clutter. We're trying to downgrade. We're trying to live that minimalistic lifestyle. It's 2025. Whatever you got to tell her, you start doing these things. Start taking your items that you really care about and that you really love to your parents' house, to a friend's house, or go rent a storage unit that she doesn't know about and start putting that stuff in there. Ladies, you can do the same things if you have to, but ideally most women win when a marriage ends. So you really don't have to do a lot. But also, though, you can reverse the roles, and these are signs that you can look for if you feel that this is happening. But fellas, you can go rent a storage unit. You start putting your things in a storage unit, all your private papers, all your documents, everything. Because, hey, man, if you got a crazy one like some that I've dated in the past, then she will tear those things up. My son's mother, my second son's mother, whenever the relationship ended, went after everything personal, tore the whole house apart. Whole freaking house tore it apart. I'm not sitting there acting like I'm a saint, but I don't do shit like that. Tore the whole freaking house apart, went after birth certificates, went after everything, tore it all up, destroyed everything. So take that as a warning. Don't say, what happened to you? It won't happen to me. Nah, guys, you don't know. You don't know what happens. When a relationship ends, people change. When feelings are involved, when money's at stake, when livelihood, things like that, people change. Fellas, leave it in the comments below and let these guys know. When a relationship ends, man, I've seen it. I've talked to people that have, ended a relationship and instantly had domestic violence charges, been together 4, 5, 6 years, never a problem with anything, but instantly turned out to have domestic violence charges placed against them when the relationship ended. Things like that. We all know these types of people exist in the world, and you do not know you're dating one until you end up leaving or trying to leave. But these types of people 100% exist in this world. So start selling off what you don't need. Expensive fishing poles, power tools, boats, campers, motorcycles, whatever you don't need, you don't use, dump it. You can buy it again. And you're going somewhere with this, so stay tuned. You need mattress money. You need to have money outside of the system, and that's where selling some of these items will come into play. But you need to have money outside of the system. You need to have money outside of the banking institution. The bank is not your friend. It is just a safe place to secure your money, but it is not your friend. They do absolutely nothing for you, and they will not protect you. If the government comes wanting to know what you have in your account, they will levy your accounts. If you owe money to the system, they will levy your account. They are not your friend. They adhere to the government first, then you. The way it will works, they will run through your account. They will drain your account. They will give it to whoever the government says they have to give it to. They will give it to whoever the government says that they have to give it to. And then they will notify you 48 hours, 72 hours later that, hey, this happened. They'll send you a letter too. Your bank won't call and inform you. They're not going to call and say, hey, Mr. Jones, the IRS is here, or the state of California or state of Texas is here. They mailed us a letter. They want us to levy your accounts. They're not going to call and inform you. Nah, don't do that. Nah, I don't give them permission to go. They don't care about you. The guys, if you're going through a divorce, if you're on child support, you need to have mattress money. You do not need to be leaving all of your money in the bank. I can't be any more clearer than that. So you need to have money stashed away in a coffee can, in the garage, buried in the backyard, under the doghouse, wherever it needs to be. You need to have money stashed away. Other items that you could sell are your firearms. I know you may not want to part with them, but I would part with them. Anything, if you've been really married, building a life for yourself, you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose it all. So get that stuff out of the home. If you don't want to sell it, get it out of the home. If you don't want to sell it, take it to your parents' house, take it to a storage unit. I don't care, but it needs to leave the property. Because when this marriage really does start to go downhill and the divorce starts to get put into place, they're going to tell you to leave, especially if kids are involved. Her and the kids will keep the house. You get to leave until it's finalized. That means you and all your stuff that you can't carry with you is going, especially if it's a messy one. If it's a messy one, then you might just get to walk out with a gym bag. All right. So if you see this relationship ending, you need to start taking the proper precautions and planning for this to end. Where is this going? Where am I going? What am I doing? What's coming with me? What's coming with me? I've been in so many for one, I'll never give up my own place anymore. I've been in so many bad relationships. I've dealt with so many negative, nasty relationships. I'll never lose my own place. I will always maintain my own. Even if I got with somebody, I'm still going to have my own. Even if I'm still going to maintain my own. I don't care if it's a camper in the damn woods. I'm going to have my own. I will never be asked out again. For those that don't know, child support left me homeless. It's left me homeless twice, but it really left me homeless in 2019. It ruined my life in 2019 and I bounced back. I'm bouncing back. And I hate to see that happen to anybody else who thinks it won't happen to them. It 100% can. Do not look at me as like, oh, it just happened to that guy. No, it can happen to you too. So sell off the shit that you don't need. Sell off what's not serving you on a daily basis. Let it go. Let it go. Start storing all your very important paperwork, all your very important personal childhood things that you've had your whole life. If you have those types of things, most of you do, put them at your parents' house. Go back to your old bedroom and put that stuff in there. Put it in a storage unit and keep it safe. Wherever you put it at a buddy's house, if you got one, start storing it somewhere else, getting rid of this stuff and storing it somewhere else. You need mattress money. You need to get a little cash heavy, 5 grand, 10 grand, as much as you can, honestly. As much as you can, you need to start storing this stuff, tucking it away outside of the banking system. Like I said, most of you guys are under the impression that it'll be a 50-50 split. Now, if you got a cool woman, there's very few out there, but if you do have a cool woman, then it might be a 50-50 split. You might just go after a $700 divorce, file some paperwork, never even have to see a judge, and it's over. That's very rare, though. It's rare. I know these things do happen. If you have that type of person, honestly, you should probably try and fix the relationship because those women are hard to find. Those women do exist, but they're very rare and they're very hard to find. So I would tell you to hold on to her as long as you can. But if it just can't be and she's cool about it, then hey, man, whatever you got to do. Honestly, if it was me, I'd give her more than 50-50 for being as cool as she was because she could have took your ass to the cleaners. So I'd give her more than 50-50. I really would. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If a woman was cool like that, and you can get some more. But most of them aren't. So this is what you got to do. Sell off your shit and get cash heavy. It's just something that you got to do. You're going to need to open all new bank accounts and change all passwords, the social medias, emails, everything. You need to go through and change everything. I don't recommend that when you open these accounts, I recommend you just keep the bare minimum in them, but I don't recommend that you just start loading them up with cash because those accounts will be levied as well. They will be found out. When you're going through this process, you basically need to live like an outlaw for a little bit. You need to live like Jesse James and go put your money in the freaking pickle jars and bury them in the ground. You need to stash them all over Missouri in the caves and shit. You need to live like an outlaw. That's just how it is. You need to live outside the system when you're going through this, because whatever they can find is what they'll take. They will attach that to you. They will put a monetary value on that and attach it to you. And then they'll give her half. You own real estate, you own anything, you own a business, anything, they will come after that. They will dig into it. So whatever you can sell, get out from under it and do it while you're legally married and transfer that money somewhere else. I can't be any more clear than that. I hate that you're going through this, but this is a question that I get asked all the time about what do I do? I'm going through a divorce. How can I hide money? You really can't. Because they will come after, and there's going to be people that say that they can, that you can beat this, and you can go out and hire a great lawyer. If you got the money, go hire the best attorney you can. And I promise you, if he's a good one, he's going to tell you to do exactly what I'm telling you to do. He's going to tell you to start selling shit off while you're legally married and start hiding money in cash, gold or silver at least. Transfer everything. Cash money, get it out of the banking system, take your personal documents, your personal life to a storage unit, or go straight renting your new apartment. If you got real money while you're legally married, go rent a new apartment, put the lease in your name, not hers. Go rent that and start transferring all your stuff over to that new location as fast as possible. And when I say fast, guys, I'm talking 24, 48 hours or less. I'm not talking about going back 2-3 times a week, having conversation, having a little bit of sex, seeing if you can fix her. I'm not talking about that shit. Seeing if you can fix the relationship. No, I'm talking about get your shit and go. Pack it and go. Stop playing games with this stuff. Stop playing games with her time, your financial life, everything. The relationship's over. Pack it up and go. If you're over here still sleeping together and doing all these things, the relationship ain't over. You guys aren't ending. You're just having a problem and you done told the world about it. Get past that. Stop telling people every damn thing. That's another thing that will help you out a lot, is stop letting everybody in on your relationship problems. You guys want more relationship advice? Feel free to leave it in the comments below. I will take a look and see if people do or not. But all in all, guys, that is how you prepare for a divorce. You look at what you have, you take accountability of your assets, and you start selling things off while you're legally married. Because as long as you're legally married, there is nothing nobody can do. There's nothing nobody can do as long as you are legally married. Once you sell these items off, do not go put the money in the bank. If you can't stash the money, then pay off all the debts. Go at least your debts. Go pay off your debts. Clear your debt or buy a high-end lawyer. Whatever you need to do, but don't put that money back in the bank. Once you sell the camper, the boat, the car, the guns, whatever it is, do not put the money back in the bank. That's not what you want to do. You want to fly under the radar from here on out. After that, you need to start opening up your new life. How is that? Where am I going? Where am I going to live? Am I going back to my parents' house? Am I renting my own studio apartment? Where am I going? Am I going to a hotel for a little while? How am I living? You need to start planning for that, because your life is about to change. If you have kids, that's a whole nother scenario with the kids involved. But right now, I just want you to be financially secure, because I do not want child support. I do not want marriage, divorce, a bad relationship, alimony. I don't want it to leave you homeless, because at the end of the day, when a relationship ends, the woman wins. She usually gets left with all the furniture, all the cars. She gets the house. I know a woman right now that's got 4 houses from 4 divorces. And she's about to get married her 5th time. I saw it on Facebook a few months ago that she's engaged again for the 5th time. That dumbass guy has not sat there and seen the cycle. It's like, how do you not see this? I don't understand it. He didn't see the pattern. I don't understand it. But she's got 4 houses with 4 divorces. Don't let that be you, fellas. I give this information out for free because I do not want to see you placed in a bad situation. Start planning your exit now if you know the relationship is ending. Plan your exit now. Other than that, if you guys made it this far in the video, smash that like button. Let me know what you think. I'll always be around. Feel free to book a one-on-one. I'd cover things like this. I help people navigate these waters in the one-on-one coaching sessions. Whatever you guys got going on, feel free to book a one-on-one. But as of right now, I'm talking to the masses. So this is a general conversation for everybody. Feel free to book on one if you need, book one-on-one if you need me to tailor this to you. Other than that, you guys have a great freaking day, and I'll see you again in the morning. Take care.